Thank you guys so much. Thank you to everyone who asked me a question, and I'll just get right into it. The first person to ask me a question was Not Today Satan, which is a really funny username. It says, "Are you vegan?" question mark. And the answer to that is no, I'm vegetarian. And by the way, I didn't read any of these ahead of time so you guys could get my initial reaction. And also, Jack Daniels has been over to visit. So the next part is, do you eat dairy and eggs? So I do. I'll eat things with dairy and eggs mixed into them, but I don't usually eat eggs by themselves. I do like an egg over medium, so I like the yolk runny, but I like the white fully cooked, and if the white's not cooked, then I can't eat it. But my friend Monica's trying to get me to go vegan, but I'm vegetarian. So, like, I'll eat the honey and not the bee. Did you go to Harvard? No, he says, or they say, wondering because you have the Harvard bed pillow. No, I didn't go to Harvard. I just thought it was very Elwoods. I got that at an estate sale for $3. Yeah, I love estate sales. What is your profession or area of career interest? I'm a private duty nurse, and I would like to design handbags. That's always been my dream. But right now, I'm really enjoying making YouTube videos, and I wouldn't consider that a career, but that's my like area of interest right now. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos, and so that's why I've started making my own. So thank you so much, Not Today, Satan. The next question is from Kaylee Carroll. What was the first handbag you ever bought? So the first one I probably ever bought was probably a knockoff in Nashville. There was a grocery store that had like, it was in a not so nice part of town in Nashville. It was like First Avenue or First Street where I lived. And the grocery store had a little store beside it that sold knockoff handbags. And I walked in there and the prices were really cheap. It was like $30 a bag. So I immediately paid for two and then picked them out because I was so excited. And I got two orange with black polka dot. I got a fake Neverfull and a fake Speedy, which are both Louis Vuitton bags if you don't know. But and it was supposed to look like patent leather. So they were these fake bright orange patent leather bags with black polka dots with the Louis Vuitton monogram like embossed into them. They were gorgeous, but they were obviously fake, but they were still really pretty. And I didn't know that much about designer bags at the time, so to me it had the LV monogram on it, so I loved it. So those are probably the first bags that I ever purchased. I had a fake pink Louis Vuitton tote bag that isn't even a style of bag that Louis Vuitton makes. And I think I had that before I had the orange and black polka dotted bags. If I can find a picture of it, I'll show it. Melissa's Corner says, what age did you get your first handbag and what was it? So yeah, it might be that pastel pink one. I'll see if I can find a picture of it.
My handbag addition also includes, addiction, I think she meant to say, also includes shoes. I'm addicted to shoes too. Do you have a large shoe collection?
Too. I just have the 2 pairs of luxury shoes, but I have a very large collection of shoes, yes. I love shoes. I try to have a pair for every occasion. I didn't bring my loafers here with me. We're at our friends Brian and Don's house right now, and I forgot to bring my fake alligator loafers. I love those. At last, your dogs are so cute. Let's hear about the doggies. Oh, so the doggies are at Nana and Jane's right now. So me and my grandmother share joint custody, we say, because Juice is mine and Dinah is my Nana's. But I like to keep them together because Juice has really bad social anxiety. So, like on days when me and Kevin are working, he's working right now, so I can work on this. But yeah, when we're off, I'll have the dogs, and then like when I'm working during the week, Nana and Jane keep the dogs because they're retired and they can devote all their time to loving on the dog. But they're amazing. Juice just wants to play all the time, and Dinah is a love muffin. She just wants to be loved on all the time, and she loves everyone. Susan Clark says, what are the top 3 designer items you can't live without? You have to have a bag, you have to have a pair of shoes, and you have to have a belt. I mean, obviously, you don't have to have anything designer or luxury, and luxury can mean different things to different people. But you need a good, comfortable pair of shoes, essential for your back. Also, people would judge you. I won't judge you, but some people might judge you based on the shoes that you wear. So I like to have a nice pair of shoes. And not that anyone has asked this, but I'm lower middle class. Me and Kevin are firmly lower middle class. Um, so I think I've always kind of tried to like dress myself up to look, I've always lived beyond my means. That's just who I am. And I'm the only person in my family who's like that, I think. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Top 3 designer items you can't live without: shoes, bags, and a belt. Because I think I really love having designer accessories because it just makes your whole outfit look a lot nicer. You don't have to necessarily buy designer ready to wear, but if your accessories are on point, it just really elevates your outfit, I think. So I love my luxury shoes. I finally got a luxury belt, my Versace belt. And then I mean, honestly, I love everything designer that I've ever bought, or I wouldn't have spent the money on it. But I think leather accessories are a great way to go. I don't recommend the canvas accessories. No, like Louis Vuitton canvas and Gucci canvas, and those things are great if you're a rich person. But I am not a rich person, so I need things to be quality and last a long time. And my Gucci Aces are my favorite luxury thing I've ever bought. What's your favorite fashion house and why? Gucci quality wise, Versace visually and aesthetic. Thank you, Susan, for the questions. Versace's so much fun. I love. Oh, and Moschino. I love watching Moschino runway shows. Oh, and then Iris Van Herpen is probably like my favorite designer ever because coolest runway shows ever. I love the dresses that look like they're out of a dream or out of another world. I'll try to remember to link one of her cool runway shows if I can remember. You need to watch it after you're done with my video. Brenda Bolt, thank you so much. She says, "Hi Devin, great idea. The Q&A. What's your favorite childhood memory?" My favorite childhood memory, right off the top of my head, is when me and my nana and my poppy lived in the house in the hollow, which is like close to Dollywood in the mountains, but you would never know it was close to Dollywood. I remember my poppy wearing tidy whities and chasing me around with a water hose in the backyard, and I was in my diaper. That was my favorite place I've ever lived. What's your first luxury bag? My first luxury bag was my Louis Vuitton Alma. My Nana's friend gave it to her, and she was going to get rid of it because she found it kind of large, and she didn't like that it was kind of hard and knocked into people. And I think it was a black Epi Alma GM, I would say, which I think is the large size. If that doesn't mean it was the large one, it was like it was a big old bag. Yeah, she was gonna sell it at a garage sale, and I asked her if I could have it, and she gave it to me. And it also came with a little pochette. Well, I don't know if they came together, but she also had a matching pochette in black epi leather that Monica's mom has to this day. She still uses it. Brenda, if you're watching, hello. I don't think Brenda watches my videos, but Monica watches my videos. I love you, Monica. What's your first luxury bag? No, don't forget I'm pretty nosy, lol. What's your current philosophy for a happy life compared to when you were younger? I think it's the same. I've always been a live life to the fullest kind of person and worry about it tomorrow. Which is probably not the healthiest thing, but I need to get better about planning for the future. Where did you grow up? Mom and Dad, we moved around a lot when me and Kelsey were kids. Um, so I grew up all over the southeast United States, and then we also lived in Colorado. We lived in Colorado Springs, and anyway, the other Denver. There we go. Uh, they're both beautiful. I love the snow in Colorado. Colorado's such a pretty state. I really liked living there. And then my parents settled in Spring Hill when I was in 5th grade, and then I went to middle school and high school in Spring Hill, Tennessee, or high school in Thompson Station. That's close to Franklin, and that's close to Nashville, if you don't know. Will you buy the Kate Spade heart bag? No, I'm not buying the Kate Spade heart bag because it's so expensive. If it goes on sale, I'll have a hard time resisting. It does. One thing I didn't mention in the video, it has a black and white polka dot lining, which kind of kills it for me. If it didn't have that lining, and if it was at a cheaper price point, I would have bought it already. Kaylee Carroll says, also, what made you start a YouTube channel? And who else would you love to collaborate with that you haven't done yet? I'm about to collaborate with Maria Louise Luxuries, which I'm really excited about, and Dale's Addiction just agreed to do a collab video with me, so I'm really excited about that too. And she said Connor's gonna be in it with her, so he doesn't know it, but he's collabing with me too, so I'm really excited about that. Mono's Beauty, hey girl, I love you. She says, oh yay, I'm new to your channel, so I would love to know what your favorite handbag is right now in your collection. Honestly, probably one of my knockoff bags because the prices have gotten so crazy. I haven't bought a designer bag lately, but I have a fake re-edition and a couple fake Chanel bags, and those are my favorite bags in my collection. But my favorite real bags are my Coach Pillow Tabby and my little Brandon Blackwood, the blue one. I love hobo bags lately.
Do you ever plan on moving to another state? If you could choose any state to live in.
This is from Monica, my best friend. I'm going to her wedding this year. Do you ever plan on moving to another state? If you could choose any state to live in, where would it be and why? I don't plan on moving anymore because all my family lives here in Knoxville, and I've moved around a lot already. So I'm comfortable staying in Knoxville. If I'm ever rich, I would like to have a beach house, but I would still want to have a house in Knoxville. If I could choose any state to live in, where would it be and why? Hawaii. Because I don't think I have to explain that. I'm a beach person. I'm very laid back, or I like to lead a laid back lifestyle, so I think Hawaii would be nice. But I'd have to get all my family in Knoxville to move there with me, or I'd have to be back and forth. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Hopefully me and Kevin have a house by then, and hopefully yeah, I'm really happy with my life, other than just that I'm wasting $1,500 a month on rent, or me and Kevin are wasting $1,500 a month on rent. But I'm really a lucky person. I've always felt very blessed, and I'm more blessed now than I've ever been before. So I'm very happy with where I am. Do you someday want children of your own? Before I answer that, I say I'm happy where I am. I still get depressed. I still, I have bad days, like everyone else. It's not like I'm peachy all the time, but I recognize that I'm very blessed and fortunate. Even though I'm lower middle class in America, which is better than a lot of living situations in the world. So I recognize that. Do you someday want children of your own? I've never wanted children. I'm glad that I can't make children. I'm really excited to be an auntie. Because I can spoil the child and then send them home. And they won't resent me, hopefully. What is currently your favorite color and why? That's impossible. Oh gosh, there's so many colors that I like. I don't like pastel colors. I don't like neutral colors. I don't like colors that are in between, unless it's like a shade of pink. Like, I don't like turquoise. I like colors that are committed to the color, unless it's pink. Like, I love fuchsia, but I love bright, happy colors. So I think that's the best answer I can give to that. And I love black and I love white. I love extremes. So I love neon colors. What are your preferred pronouns? Oh, thank you, Monica. That's really nice. You can call me he, she, they. I don't care either way. I've always felt like a girl in a boy's body. Obviously, I don't have all the struggles that come along with being female, but that's how I feel about it. I'm very comfortable with my femininity. I identify more with she, but if you prefer to call me he because that makes you more comfortable, that's fine. And then they is fine for everyone, I think. But I'm not particular about my pronouns. It doesn't matter to me. So, but some people are. So that's a great thing to ask. Are you still interested in canvas painting, and why did you stop? I've never really liked painting. I don't even know that I like drawing anymore. I find it kind of tedious. In school, I would always doodle because it would help me retain things. So rather than taking notes, which I wouldn't read and wouldn't help me because my handwriting's terrible, I would doodle while the teacher was talking. And then I could just, when I was taking tests, I could just remember everything that they had said. So I always did really well on my tests because I would doodle while the teachers were giving lectures. Yeah, but I don't think I really liked drawing or painting ever. I had decided that I would paint because it seemed permanent and all my drawings were getting lost. And I don't have a talent for painting. It's very hard. And I've kind of lost my talent for drawing because I don't ever practice anymore. I don't think I was ever talented. I think I just practiced a lot. What is your favorite dessert? Anything that's a combination of chocolate and raspberry flavors. There was this amazing dessert at a restaurant in Knoxville called By the Tracks. I think it's called By the Tracks is the name of the restaurant. And they used to have this amazing chocolate dessert with like a raspberry sauce. And they wouldn't give me the recipe. And they closed down and they still wouldn't give me the recipe. I wish I knew what it was. But yeah, anything that's chocolate and raspberry flavored. Would you ever consider going vegan instead of vegetarian? I don't know because ice cream. Monica said sorbet. I mean, I like sorbet, but I don't know if I could ever give up ice cream. I have a peanut butter milkshake like every day. I don't know what it would be like. I guess if I can be vegetarian, I could probably be vegan, but that's a great commitment, and I have a lot of respect for anyone who's vegan because I could not do that. Well, maybe I could. But it's so much work to be vegetarian. I can't imagine how much work it is to be vegan. It's not so much work, it's just like there aren't really any fast food places where I can get anything. Some cities that me and Kevin travel to, the only thing that I can get at any restaurant is like grilled cheese and French fries. So I wouldn't be able to get the grilled cheese. So I guess I could just eat French fries everywhere. But maybe coming to visit you will help me, Monica, because I'll see all the delicious vegan stuff that you get to eat. What keeps you from making the change? I'm sure I've got more, and I will comment again later. Love you. I love you so much. Jane Church says, what are the best finds you've ever discovered in an estate sale or antique store? So I don't go to antique stores because it's overpriced stuff that you could get in an estate sale. But estate sales are amazing, especially if you go at the last day because there's usually like 50 or 75% off of everything. So you can usually get furniture there really cheap because they'll usually price it high, and then when it goes on sale, if you can just be the first one to snatch it, you'll get a good price on something. But the furniture goes pretty quick after it goes on sale. So you got to be there like right when they open in the morning. But my Aunt Jane helped me secure my Henry-Don bed for $450 because it was the last day on sale. And she called overnight to see if we could buy it at the sale price for the next day. So right when they opened the doors of the sale, they said the Henry-Don bed is sold. So I got my queen-sized fruit wood Henredon half teaster bed for $450. And then Kevin on Craigslist found my cherry dining set, which came with a dining table, 8 dining chairs, a china cabinet, and a buffet, all in cherry wood for $800. Just the 8 chairs are worth more than that. And me and Kevin reupholstered the chairs, and they look great now. So those are probably my best finds. My mirror, I got a giant mirror that I saw in a castle recently, in an abandoned castle, and I paid $40 for it. It's like a hand carved out of wood. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Jane. Love you. Kindness matters. This person always leaves the kindest comments. They said, "What is your dream job?" I'm doing my dream job right now. I love my job so much. I get to wear whatever I want, pretty much do whatever I want. Yeah, I have my dream job right now. What are the top 3 places in the world you'd like to travel to, and why? Tokyo. Me and Monica are gonna go to Tokyo. London. Me and my Nana are gonna go to London. Hawaii. Me and Mary Caitlin are going to go to Hawaii. Oh, why? The beaches in Hawaii, and then the laid back attitude. Shopping in London. I want to go shopping with Gwenny. Oh, and shopping in Tokyo. I want to I want to look at all the pre-loved luxury stuff in Japan, and just all the cute little snacks and touristy things. I like to eat when I go on vacation, so I want to try the foods from different places. I'm hoping I won't starve to death in Japan, because I'm vegetarian and I don't really like rice. I do like rice if it's cooked well, so I'll probably like the rice in Japan. If you could be any animal in the world, what would you be and why? What a cute question. Bunny rabbit. I've always identified with bunny rabbits because they're vegetarian, and even before I was vegetarian, I always kind of leaned vegetarian. It always bothered me to see like meat on the bone, and yeah, I've told my story of how I got to being vegetarian, so I won't make you guys suffer through that, but yeah, I always leaned vegetarian. So I think bunnies are just the sweetest things ever. So yeah, bunny. And my Nana collects bunnies, so that's probably why bunnies are in my head.